¿Qué pasa, bandita? Soy Gato Plays y estamos reaccionando al primer episodio de la 9ª temporada de Death Battle. Por fin volvió Death Battle con Harley vs Jinx. Yo creo, la verdad, me gustaría creer que va a ganar Harley. Ya lo analizamos un poco, sigo con mi decisión, pero vamos a ver qué nos dicen estos chavalones, ¿no? Aquí vamos. Ok, dejen subo un poco el volumen. Y Gato Clown, por favor, si escucha mal, ¿eh?
Harley Quinn, DC's fantabulous anti-hero.
¿Ese no es el render de multiversos? ¡Dijo la frase! ¡Dijo la frase! Vivimos en una sociedad. Qué buena está, ¿eh? El episodio me refiero. Ok, vamos con Harley, ¿no? Dijeron la frase, güey, no me lo creo. Todos están votando por Jinx, ¿eh? Creo, sí. Todos están votando por Jinx, güey.
Even more than like the normal ones. She never quite felt like she fit in anywhere. But despite this, Harley knew she was destined for
Pobre Harleen.
Inspired by a childhood crush turned psychotic murderer, Harleen spent years training
No mames, como
criminal psychiatrists.
Como las morras de internet, ¿no? Que se enamoran de pinches asesinos, güey.
Like Batman's arch nemesis, the Joker.
But after
Ha pasado varias veces.
his horrific, unspeakable history as a homicidal clown,
Mira, fue entrenada por Amazonas. LOL.
realized one truth.
The Joker was actually a
¿Le gustan los gatos? ¿Eso lo hace basada?
washed down by an unjust society and wrongfully harassed by that son of a
¿Cómo ama
Batman.
Deadpool?
This
¿Cómo? ¿Qué? Ama Deadpool. Madre mía.
leading Harleen to see a warped reflection of herself through him, culminating in her breaking him out of prison, bleaching her skin via chemical vat baptism, and joining him on
A
his
la
life,
verga.
descending into love like madness and reborn.
Está Nincum.
Fantastic Harley Quinn.
And she was packing plenty of
Dato curioso, que yo creo que la mayoría conoce. Harley nació desde la serie de Batman. No nació en los cómics.
banana cream pie. The most
Datos plays, güey.
When she wants to get around quickly, she can use her handy dandy pogo stick.
Ok.
She straps rockets to. That doesn't seem safe.
Speaking of unsafe,
Oh.
Harley's most
Hola.
versatile tool is her pop gun, a rotating revolver with special ammo rounds, like a boxing glove. Whoa!
La verga. Yo pensé que eras de lo que se estiraban, güey. Ok. Las balas de confeti, güey.
Explosive rounds, which oh no.
No.
My leg is gone. Oh wait, there he was. I'm fine.
Qué pendejo.
Harley combines her arsenal with unparalleled gymnastic skills, making her far deadlier than your average criminal. She can
Voy a subirle un poco más, ¿eh?
experts like Deadshot and Catwoman, even Batman at times. The peak human superhero that can dodge lightning and survive this alien device exploding, which
No mames, que le van a dar hipersónico nomás, güey.
Yeah, I think that's stretching the term peak human just a bit. But hey, he's the goddamn Batman, so we'll allow it.
Unfortunately for Harley,
Sí, es Batman, güey. ¿Qué le vas a decir?
loyalty to the Joker, their honeymoon period did not last. He spent years abusing her, physically and emotionally, tearing her down piece by piece.
Then, when he got bored, he strapped her to a friggin' rocket
Got tu
and
madre.
pushed her halfway across Gotham City. Guess that's one way to say, no, it's not you, it's me. Bye!
Harley was left
No
alone
chingues.
in the wreckage, abandoned by the one person she dedicated
Mira sus
her
toxinas, ¿eh?
entire life to.
Until fellow villain Poison Ivy came by. She nursed Harley back to health, literally healing her from a damaged relationship. Gave Harley a chemical
Qué bonito, güey.
that granted her superhuman strength and a healing factor.
I suppose a
Qué
healthy
healing factor.
relationship can sometimes feel like your own superpower in and of itself.
Yeah, and those two definitely seem like very good friends.
With Ivy at her
Wink.
side, Harley went on to rebuild herself as a famous
Vean la serie de Harley, está muy buena.
leading teams like the Gotham Sirens and Suicide Squad. She worked on developing new skills built around her own strengths rather than that of her past.
Like learning to use her lifelong knowledge of psychoanalysis
Como en el Don Hinchi, güey.
and her foes mid-combat.
And creating tons of her own chemical concoctions, like tranquilizers and sleeping gases that can incapacitate metahumans.
Ok.
She even reverse engineered her former flame's trademark Joker Venom. This deadly
De todo eso depende Harley, ¿eh?
centers in a person's brain and forces them to laugh until they suffocate.
Harley was clearly on top of the world, But nothing caps off self-improvement like a Rocky Balboa training montage. So Harley went to Mascara of all places to get a combat
Como Rocky, ¿no?
with the Amazon, just like her favoriteest superhero, Wonder Woman. And imagine going from bashing
Qué grande.
goons in Gotham to fighting alongside immortal warrior goddesses.
She became agile enough to jump between skyscrapers and strong enough to rip an entire palm tree out of the ground with her bare hands.
A tu madre,
The
güey.
size of the tree and the weight
Uf.
of an average palm by
Arriba las manos, banda. Quiero ver sus manos. Quiero ver sus manos,
pounds. And she can hold
Quiero verles las manos, güey.
so her actual strength is probably
Tranquilos,
twice
tranquilos.
as much.
Enough to lift a full-grown brown bear and throw it like
A la
a
verga.
ragdoll. Hell, her skills advanced so far, she was appointed a herald on the War World Apocalypse.
Mira, noqueó a Wonder Woman con
Or the
sus
living
toxinas.
embodiment of evil? Even
Épico.
the actual personification of the DC editorial staff likes to call her in to help with tough jams.
¿Cómo?
As the years went on, Harley surprised literally everyone by transitioning from supervillain to superhero. She partnered up with other heroes, became a psychiatrist,
Qué grande,
and
qué grande.
legitimately started helping
¿Qué?
other vigilantes with trauma, like Jason
Catman?
Todd, who definitely needed that.
In fact, the Bat family she used to antagonize and ridicule eventually accepted her as kind of an extended member of their group.
No, es de la Batifamilia, ya se murió.
Them
Ni
from
modo.
Toxic X.
Ni modo.
For her. Guess we're not
Tuvo
gonna
sus chances, ¿eh?
went back to the Joker a couple times, huh?
In the end, she may be a little nutty, but you'd be mad not to love.
Ándele, cabrón.
The world of
Vamos con Jinx.
is a wondrous.
No olviden estar comiendo una buena manzanita para que no suban de peso con solo escucharlo, ¿no?
But on its northern shores are two cities locked in political turmoil. For decades, Piltover's rich elite have
No jueguen LOL.
under
Toma una naranja.
forcing workers into unsafe conditions and brutalizing the populace with terrifying police enforcers.
Oh, so like New Jersey. You could have just said New Jersey.
Until one day, a wild, loose cannon would literally explode onto the scene.
Fium.
Gave those uptight topsiders a taste of their own medicine, menacing its people with bombs, gunfire, and even more bombs.
¿Cambiaron de música, güey?
Was Jinx.
Jinx destroyed zeppelins,
Ni idea.
Kanji'd the shit out of the local zoo, and
La referencia a Yumanji, güey.
street signs. What a monster! Now those monkeys will never find their way back.
Only the enforcer, Violet, could hope to stop her. But even armed with massive gauntlets weighing over 4,000
La vi.
pounds each,
La
Vi
vi.
could not definitively overcome Jinx's magnificent arsenal of mechanical monstrosities.
Man, they're so evenly matched. It's almost like they're related.
Sí, es como si fueran de hermanas, ¿no?
Anyway, Jinx can burst open birds with her trusty
Con
zeppelin.
ni idea de qué son, la verdad.
Turn enemies to
Supongo.
cheese with her pow pow minigun and blow bad guys to bits with her flame chomper grenade.
Super Mega Death
Favorite
Rocket.
weapon is her Fishbones rocket launcher. So much so, she rides it like a rocket-powered Well, that seems even less safe.
Well, don't let her man
La verga, güey.
fool you. Not only is Jinx tough enough to take a hit from Braum, a guy who can shake mountains with a punch,
Eso no es montaña, no se emocionan.
almost all her gear is custom made. She's even recreated Hex Tech, funky science powered by magic crystals. Ooh.
Her handheld teleportation device. Oh, my bad.
¿Qué?
Is that League of Legends? What a coincidence.
Oh no.
Hold the phone. Are you talking about League of Legends over there?
¿Se viene DBX de League of Legends?
That game. I've got in more than 10,000 hours just in our college days, huh, buddy?
Ojo, DBX de League of
Multiplayer
Legends. ¿Qué?
online battle arena game forged in the flames of LAN parties and salty gamer tears. Oh. And as any professional will tell you, to play the game well, you need to min-max your character's loadout with the best.
No, le dieron las runas y los
Mistake you
objetos.
can make is being new.
A la verga.
The midterms all over again. No, Boomstick, stay in your lane. What are you doing in the jungle? Stop it, feeder.
Jinx's
Ok, chistes de LOL, ¿no?
Phantom Dancer, so she can phase through objects after landing a blow.
I'd like to phase out of this conversation.
Then there's the Quicksilver Sash, which protects her from status effects like sleep, paralysis, and poison.
No, ya valió verga Harley,
Don't
güey.
want to do. Hey, Boom, you want to pop into a
No me digas eso.
back in the day? I can set it up right now.
How about we
Inmune a
I ram my foot up your
efectos de estado como parálisis,
So, there's
que te duerman, güey, veneno.
main games to pick. Before her infamous tomfoolery, most people around Zon knew her as an innocent young tinkerer named Powder.
Like pretty much everyone in the Undercity, Powder had it rough. She lost her parents in a conflict with enforcers, but had a bit of luck when she joined this cool foster family along with Vi, who was, gasp, her sister all along. If you're wondering what put soap in their opera, Vi was a total badass, and Powder was desperate to also prove herself to her newfound family. And then she made a mistake.
Seemingly
tu madre.
abandoned, Powder was left in the hands of the most
Ah, de eso sí me acuerdo.
kingpin around.
No, más vi el episodio 1 de Arcane, güey.
But the one she wanted, teaching her to turn her perceived weaknesses into her greatest strengths. Thus, she became Jinx.
Even when the sisters
No sé qué pensar de ese frame.
they couldn't fully reconcile, setting up the game of cat and mouse in the game.
Jinx was an excellent rival, able to keep up with other skilled warriors like the bullet-dodging Echo and survive the worst of Zon's toxic environments, which can kill normal people in minutes. After a near
No hay pedo, le dieron subsónico,
was
güey.
also infused with Shimmer, a toxic strength and speed enhancing drug that permanently altered her body's biochemistry.
But Shimmer's side effects intensified her prior trauma, making her much more unhinged and prone to attacking with lethal intent.
Inspiring her ultimate weapon, the Super Mega Death Rocket! This baby's been powered by both Hextech and its even more volatile cousin,
A tu madre.
That's even more explosive. I forgot how much I appreciated the explodey option.
Por cierto,
Anyway, both
la pantalla está cortada y no me había dado cuenta,
are
güey.
comparable in power to natural magic.
on par with what a badass mage like Lux is able to cast, such as Lucent Singularity, which
está.
can totally body these big ol' rocks.
Measuring their width with Lux's height, we can determine she destroyed almost 13,000 tons of rock from 30 meters away.
Promotional trailers show Mega Death Rocket
Okay.
matching the speed and power of Lux's final spark, a much more powerful attack that fires a Kamehameha of natural light.
So her rocket is not
Oh,
only
no.
super strong, but super fast. From
Oh, no.
powder to gunpowder, Silco couldn't
Oh, no.
powder.
But her violet streak grew
Oh, no.
until the day she met a particularly explosive Yordle. Ziggs bonded with her over their mutual passion for destruction.
Hicieron su cohete velocidad luz.
More tempered, controlled. Thanks to his wisdom, Jinx learned a little bit of restraint when it came to exploding things of a more fleshy nature.
Helping her tone down the wanton violence and recover some of her mental stability.
Valió verga, banda. Ni modo.
And despite being on opposite sides of the bridge, Jinx and Vi remained sisters, ultimately still caring about each other in their own way.
Oh,
They were at odds more often than not.
qué bonito.
So you better believe that when things get boring and uptight, Jinx will be there to shake things up.
La verga mató un cuervo. Y como que valió verga, ¿no?
Raw possibilities.
It's time for
Para
a
Death Battle. Ok, está jodida la cosa para Harley, la verdad. Confiaba en que era más rápida y la podía chingar con sus gases. Ahora, gracias Gabriel por ese follow. Ahora, la cosa es que, pues, Jinx al parecer tiene los objetos que se supone que no eran canon, pero se los contaron. Por lo que los gases podrían no servirle. Y pues al parecer su cohete es velocidad luz, entonces sería más rápido que Harley. Que le dieron velocidad de... O sea, le escalaron con Batman que esquiva relámpagos. Pero Jinx solo sería como subsónica, ¿no? Por lo de las balas. O sea, Jinx como tal. Igual por factor de cohete y que es más dura para resistir los golpes de Harley. Y encima podría resistir sus gases, va a ganar Jinx, Va a ganar Jinx. Qué pena, güey. Le van a quitar hype a Simón vs. Kyle. Qué hijos de puta. Qué hijos de puta, güey. Ni modo, güey. ¿Qué es esa madre, güey? ¿Como un conejo? No, cuervitos. A lo más emo, güey. Dale, mataron al conejo, banda. Eso es lo del sneak peek, así que... ¡No! Pobre cuero, güey. Así que poco que comentar aquí,
Look out! She's right behind you!
Aw, thanks, pal. Ah, traitor!
Hijo de puta, güey. Ojo. Eso ya es nuevo, ¿eh? ¿Qué?
You're a real firecracker. Got a light? Oh, sure thing.
A la verga. Le vale pito, güey. Le vale pito. Putos psicópatas. Está chingón, ¿eh? El combate es bastante movido, güey. Pendejo. Uy, esa madre iba a explotar. Uy, épale. Oh. Tu madre. Muy Looney Tunes eso, ¿no? ¿Qué? Se quita la tableta. Hola, ¿tiene juegos tu tableta? No. Oh. Estaban en Blake vs mi casa, güey.
Well, that's unfortunate.
No, estoy viendo un episodio de los Looney Tunes, güey, no mames. Oh, la casa de los espejos, ¿eh?
Sorry found your doodad. To make up for it, I got you some nice perfume.
Uy, el gas. Ay, pero va a activar esa mamada, ¿no? Y ya. Uy. ¡Locura!
I am a doctor, and you ain't crazy. You don't have that same smile.
Valió verga.
Second opinion.
Como una segunda opinión.
Wait, don't you want to get in close? and
Ojo.
savor
¿Remontada?
emotions as you deliver the final kill? Nah. Bye.
Ok, no hubo remontada. ¡Qué hijos de puta! ¿Por qué le hacen esto a Simon vs Kyle? Ah, chúpenla, güey. Bueno, ni modo.
Was a complicated fight with far more
Ah, mira,
characters.
le pusieron signos de más y de menos.
Harley had more direct combat experience against superpowers.
Nah, qué cagada. Bueno,
Training.
But Jinx
sí se veía venir que ganara Jinx, ¿eh?
diabolical weaponry and assortment of items were just enough to roast this Harley Quinn duck.
While Harley lifting over 1,200 pounds,
Vamos arriba, banda.
Jinx can compete with Vi, whose gauntlets weigh 8 times that in the game.
And Jinx can take hits from a guy
Okay.
who can shake mountains. A bit beyond Harley's level of strength.
Harley may have been more naturally acrobatic, but Jinx's hex tech and intangibility match
Toma
and
agüita.
outclass that mobility.
Vamos a tomar
The
agüita.
teleporting tablet alone could control the entire fight, since Jinx could send herself or Harley just about anywhere.
And while
Ah, sí, cierto. También puede mandar a otros, ¿eh?
never regenerated entire body parts before, so a big enough kaboom would definitely kill her. And Jinx's weapons were strong enough to do just that, in order to destroy over 13,000
Sí, es que también el rango estaba muy cabrón, ¿eh?
Lux's magic explosion would need a yield of about 20 kilotons of TNT.
And
Oh.
Jinx's hex tech and chem tech are similar to Lux's magic in speed and power.
Even if we scale Harley's durability to Batman surviving this massive explosion, the potency of Jinx's weaponry outpaces it more than 300 times.
Sure, Harley
A la verga, güey.
is intelligent, but so is Jinx, as evidenced by her inventions and routines.
A ver, son
Vi and her
tipos de inteligencia diferente, ¿eh?
Jinx is typically distrusting of people she's just met, so Harley's potential mind games were likely to fall on skeptical ears.
Jinx was much more likely to shoot first and ask questions later.
Now, Harley still has a wide array of poisons and chemical agents, like the Joker Venom, which would kill most opponents in minutes. However, after living her whole life in the toxic cesspool of Zon, her tolerance for poisons is clearly much higher than a normal person. Not to mention, the Quicksilver Sash could simply end any unwanted effect on her.
Lo primero estuvo pendejo, ¿eh?
Stand up.
Dijeron una pendejada, güey.
Power, superior technology, or overwhelmingly
Pero bueno.
explosive arsenal.
Igual sí.
Around only to get her
Estuvo bien, ¿eh?
someone out of her league.
The winner is Jinx.
Ok, next time. Se los adelanto. Ben Singer es mi tío. Ya me dijo que sigue Magneto vs Tetsuo, güey.
For our YouTube channel. By
Van a ver.
supporting our team, you'll get unique emotes, badges, additional
¿Verdad, tío?
and more. Click that join button
¿Verdad,
for more
tío?
info, and thanks for watching.
¿Verdad, tío? ¡Ah! ¡Puta madre! Bueno, contra Satana, ¿no? Sí. No sé qué pensar, me da sueño. No sé qué pensar, Vamos a desactivar el modo emotes. Wanda contra Satana, a ver. Son peleas de mujeres 2 episodios seguidos, Tanjiro vs Jotan. Nah, pues... ay, no me emociona mucho, No me emociona mucho, si te soy sincero. Me da como hueva, 2 de DC seguidos, por cierto, Entonces... Qué hueva, la verdad. Chin. Ni modo. Pues mira, el resultado estuvo bien. Se aventaron unas cuantas pendejadas en el posanálisis, creo yo. Pero fuera de eso, pues bien, ¿no? Y pues el next time... medio malardo, si te soy sincero. Entonces, pues, gracias por ver este video, banda. No olviden darle like, suscribirse y nos vemos la próxima video reacción de Wanda contra Satana. ¡Chao, chao!